I think I didn't put enough emphasis on psychology from the beginning. You need to be able to take a loss and walk away. You need to be able to not trade. You need to be able to journal and do all these things that help you stay, on top of your game 24/7. If you learn that at the beginning, you'll most likely become profitable way faster than if you have to go through that yourself. This is not the market versus you. The market doesn't care about you. The market is just information. And once you see the market like that, it pretty much changes your perspective on what trading actually is.
Guys, today we are back with another banger, and today we have Big Char Trades, aka Charlie. And man, this was amazing, a banger for sure. A lot of insight, information, game to share with you guys. Make sure you guys kick back, relax, enjoy the show, and I'll catch you guys at the end.
All right, guys, we're back with another episode, and today we had Charlie on the chair, and I'm gonna just allow him to introduce himself.
What's up, camera? Big Char Trades, here for a haircut. I'm a trader. I've been trading for around 2 years, and yeah, I'm hyped to get a haircut. My hair looks like shit.
Yeah, definitely. He's looking like he's got a little bit of a bird's nest going on here. So we're gonna definitely taper up the boy a bit. So Charlie, bro, tell me a little bit about you and what led you to trading.
Well, I actually was in a load of debt, and that led me to trading. I started an inventory-based business. I started doing Amazon FBA when I was like 20. Out of college, ended horribly, tried getting into wholesale, bought 270 air fryers, and was in 50K debt because I got scammed. And I don't need to get into the story. It's a long ass story. But basically from there, started a marketing agency, was working with like roofing companies and also online coaching businesses and stuff. Eventually, some of my clients were traders, got into trading, and I was like, I need to do this. It looks sick. And so I got into trading, and I just started posting on social media the day that I got into trading.
So tell me a little bit about your trading journey and how did that begin? Did you like jump into futures off the rip, or did you dabble with some other stuff?
Yeah, so when I was 18, I traded options, but it was never like serious. I actually made some bread and then I lost it all. But I got into futures trading the 4-hour PO3. So I don't know if you guys know what that is, but basically it's like the 4-hour candle at 10 a.m. And I was trading that a ton, and eventually got some payouts, and then I just didn't see the model appear for a while, so I switched to IFEGs. And yeah, that's how I've been trading ever since. I've been trading since August.
Tell me a little bit about how that transition from like options to futures. How's that been for you?
With options, I had zero strategy. I was literally just trading based on however many people had the option, like the open interest. And so that really had no effect on my futures trading. Basically, when I started trading futures, I had no experience as a trader because it was just so completely different than everything I've learned. And so when I was watching the ICT 2022 mentorship videos, like to get started in futures, I was basically learning from zero. Like, and it sounded completely ridiculous to me because nothing made logical sense, obviously, because he uses like all that big lingo and everything. If you've ever watched those videos, I don't know. But yeah, so it's completely different, and I like it. I like it way more, even though it's difficult on the mental, to say the least.
What are your thoughts on people that talk crap about ICT like teachings?
I think that everybody that talks shit online is like a sad person. Like there really is no need to do that, especially when you see just overwhelming evidence of it working from people getting payouts over and over and over and over and over again. So I honestly don't really give second thought to those people. I don't give a fuck what they have to say. There's so many haters, like especially, if you're the type of person that makes content, you're always going to get hated on no matter what you do. Like if you're a trader, you're going to get hated on. If you just make entertainment videos, you're going to get hated on. Literally every single area of life, there's a hater. So it really doesn't fucking matter, honestly.
How do you block out that noise?
Dude, at first it's kind of difficult. Like at first you hear what a hater has to say and you're like, fuck, dude, I'm a failure because one person hates me. But then it's sort of like a ripple effect. Like you get hated on so much over a period of time that you just start laughing at it, and it just becomes funny, and you just start to feel bad for the person saying shit. That's really where the difference is between like a newbie content creator and someone who's been doing it for a while and how they deal with haters.
Nice. Yeah. What's a piece of advice that you'd give to somebody that would like to jump into trading, Like, what's one mistake that you learned, like a crucial mistake that you learned that you would like to pay forward to like an up and coming trader?
I think I didn't put enough emphasis on psychology from the beginning because psychology is the whole fucking game. And if from day one you understand that you need to be able to take a loss and walk away, you need to be able to not trade, you need to be able to journal and do all these things that help you stay, on top of your game 24/7. If you learn that at the beginning, then you'll most likely become profitable way faster than if you have to go through that yourself. So I probably just tell someone that if they're not ready to take a loss, then they probably shouldn't be trading yet.
Wow. So what is how do you work on your psychology, and what is one thing that you would recommend like an up and coming trader? Like, obviously it's easy to say, yeah, just work on your psychology, but what exactly is what do you mean by that? You know what I mean?
I think the main thing, right, the biggest way to work on your psychology in an effective way is by taking one trade a day at the beginning. I think a lot of people get caught up in trying to catch a winning trade when they're starting out. And so they allow themselves to take 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 trades just to catch that winning trade. And then they lie to themselves and say like, "Oh, I'm fine with a lower win rate if uh if it means that my RR is higher." Right? I think that at the beginning you should be learning when to trade and when not to trade, and you should be understanding how to take a loss and walk away. So I think for someone starting out, taking one trade a day is probably the most implementable thing, because if you're able to take one trade regardless of whether it's a win or a loss and you walk away at the start, you're literally already building those good habits that you need later down the line.
Right. Why do you think it's hard for traders to like just walk away after taking an L?
Because it feels like the market is ruling over them. Like, it feels like the market is their opponent. Like when your brain enters that mode, that revenge trading mode, where you get into the fight or flight. I mean, we've all like felt it. You get like a little sweaty. You feel your heart like beating a little faster, right? Like maybe you take too big of a loss or something. It's hard to walk away because you feel like the market is basically like attacking you, right? And like the only way that you can get rid of this feeling is to like fight back, which is like placing more trades, where like you should not see it like that, obviously, and you should just be able to walk away and realize that this is not the market versus you. The market doesn't care about you. The market is just information. That's probably the one of the biggest lessons I've learned actually in the book called The Best Loser Wins. Talks a lot about how people see the market as their opponent, and it's not. It's just fucking information.
Yeah.
Right? And once you see the market like that, it pretty much changes your perspective on what trading actually is.
Nice. So, are you currently trading any prop firms right now? Is that something that you
Yeah, so I was trading with Alpha Futures, Top Step, My Funded Futures, and Tradeify. I was trading with all of them at once, but last week I blew all of them.
Hmm.
So I actually took a trading break this past week, ever since Monday or Tuesday, and now I just copped 5 Top Step evals, and I'm just trading with them
Hmm.
from now on.
What's one thing that you learned on this trading break?
Dude, I've learned a lot. It's really hard to see yourself when you're going through it, when you're in it. Like when you're going through all the hard shit, it's really hard to step out of your body and like look at yourself and be like, holy shit, I'm like breaking all my rules every day. I'm stressed out every morning. It's really hard to see that. And when I took this break, like on this break, I was realizing like these past few months when I've been hopping on the charts, like all I can think about is how stressed I am, and like how badly I want to catch a winning trade, and like how little motivation I have to walk away after losing. And so this break really showed me that I just need to be more calm and like more patient and like focus on the monthly inputs rather than daily inputs. And I think this is exactly what I needed. And so like I've never really taken a real trading break before like this.
Yeah.
And this definitely turned me into a way bigger advocate for taking trading breaks. Like I'm going to be taking a lot more trading breaks going forward. If I take, like we were talking about earlier, if I take, 4 or 5 losses in a row, I'm taking a break for a couple of days.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing anything outside of trading to, potentially help you get your mind right? Is there any habits that you do outside of trading to kind of help you gather your mind?
Yeah. So so as of recently, I went to Europe. I was a fat fuck in Europe, and as one is, and I've been going to the gym like a shit ton since I got back.
Nice.
And I've been doing cardio every day, just like 12 incline walking on the treadmill. And I've been cooking like every meal.
Nice.
I think, oh, and I've been like tanning shit because luckily we live in Florida, which is dope. So yeah, I mean, I've just been trying to have a more holistic lifestyle that's like, you know,
Yeah.
healthy. And I think what that does is it makes you have such a clearer mind, and it makes you way more dialed because your brain isn't all fogged up from like all these substances and like from like eating like shit. Like, bro, I used to eat so much Asian food, like Chinese food and Thai food and shit, and it honestly looks like shit now.
Yeah.
Like now that I've been cooking every meal, bro, it looks like shit. Like it just looks like ass
Yeah.
because of all the seed oils and shit.
Yeah.
And just stuff like little stuff like that. Like we were saying, bro, trading is so deep. The littlest shit can have a huge effect on trading.
Right.
It's crazy.
We live in Miami, right? So obviously, the Miami lifestyle is at our fingertips. How do you stay locked in, like living in a city like Miami and like just staying focused and not letting the Miami lifestyle get a hold of you?
Well, I feel like I'm a little bit blessed because I was born not really liking going out like that. Like I like good music and I like having a good time, but I really hate going out. I hate like seeing a shit ton of people. I hate crowds, and I hate talking to a lot of people at the same time because it's like kind of overwhelming. I just feel like I'm like more of an introvert in that way. Um, and also, bro, I've had a girl for like 3 years, 4 years,
Right.
so
So
it's like it's kind of impossible for me to get sucked into that, you know?
yeah, you're definitely like living a little bit more of a peaceful, low-key lifestyle.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I mean, you're also
But I did live in Brickell. I lived in Brickell for 6 months.
okay.
And I had to move out of there, bro.
And you're also from Miami. So like I'm sure that Miami to you is,
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
is your home, so
Yeah,
it's nothing
exactly.
crazy. Like a lot of traders that they move from other states, bro, like they just jump into the Miami lifestyle and they have just a blast, going.
Bro, yeah, yeah. Like I was in fucking 12th grade in high school going to Tucandela and shit and Brickell, you
Right.
know? Like it's like different. Like it's not like crazy. If I was dude, I think if I was from like Oklahoma or like fucking I don't know, Montana or some shit and I came to Miami, I'd be like shell shocked like what the fuck? But since I'm from here, it's kind of numbing.
Right.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about your eating habits right now. You said that you were eating a lot of crap and eating seed oils, and what has changed? Like what are you eating now? Like, and have you felt like that's actually made you mentally sharper?
Oh, for sure. So I used to eat a lot of shit because honestly it just comes down to laziness. Like I would try to convince myself that it was like, oh, I don't have time to cook because like I have to work. But bro, like that's just cope, honestly. Like my breakfast is typically like a bowl of yogurt with the Greek yogurt with a scoop of Santa Cruz protein.
Shout out Santa Cruz.
Yeah, shout out Santa Cruz and some like protein granola. So that's like 52 grams of protein right there. And then my lunch is typically a pound of ground beef, like a whole pack,
Nice.
or a pound of like chicken thighs.
Nice.
And it's so fucking good, bro. Like people think that eating healthy is like not, it doesn't taste good, bro. It tastes so good. Like I'll eat the chicken thighs. I marinate it before, put it in the air fryer with some like just 1 cup of white rice and half an avocado, bro, and some sriracha or some shit. Oh my God. It's so fucking good, bro. Yeah.
That's
And that shit will keep you full. Like sometimes I don't even eat dinner because that meal has 110 grams of protein. 'Cause a pound of chicken thighs,
yeah.
it's insane. It's like 22 grams of fat and 110 grams of protein. So that's that. And then for dinner, it'll usually inverse it. So like if I eat beef for lunch, I'll eat chicken for dinner
Nice.
and vice versa.
Beautiful.
or sometimes I'll incorporate like salmon or something.
Right.
But sometimes I'm not even hungry for dinner, to be honest. And usually I'll have like 170 or 160 grams of protein by like 5 p.m. And then, if I don't eat dinner, I'll just have a protein shake and get to 200. But dude, it clears up your mind so much because number one, like just thinking about like, bro, when you're ordering food and you're like, oh, what should I eat for lunch?
Right.
Like, and you're like scrolling and you're like, oh, what should I eat? Like, should I eat Chipotle, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's like, actually fucking takes like, weirdly enough, like since eating clean,
Yeah.
it actually takes like mental bandwidth to like think about that.
That's so true.
It's just weird. But like when you're eating clean, it's like you already know I'm either gonna eat this if I eat this, or I'm gonna eat this if I eat this.
Right.
And then you fucking cook it and you feel good after, like genuinely good.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest takeaway is that you feel good. You know what I mean? And you can perform better. You have more energy to do things, and
Exactly.
you think clearer too.
Exactly. And you start noticing it. So like right now I'm counting my calories and shit. And I'll start noticing like if I haven't eaten enough fat for the day,
Right.
like I'll notice that like I have a little bit low energy. Or like if I haven't eaten enough carbs, I'll notice like the energy shit. And it's just little things that you pick up over doing it for some time. And it's so weird because if you told me this like a couple months ago, I would have been like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and then I would have ordered like Chipotle for lunch or some shit.
Yeah. That's discipline too.
But yeah, like it literally ripples onto the charts. Like eating clean, going to the gym,
Wow.
like having that disciplined lifestyle,
Yeah.
it all relates back to trading
Wow.
because it's all like in the gym. You ever catch yourself like telling yourself, oh, I need to do this last set?
Yeah.
Like even though you don't want to, like I need to, or like on the treadmill, you're like, I need to finish this last minute. Like I just need to, and then you do it.
Yeah.
Like those little victories, like that's the type of shit, those like in the moment decisions, that's like the same sort of decision making that happens on the charts.
100%. I just feel like, when you live a disciplined lifestyle outside of trading, it just becomes a whole lot more easy to stick to your set of rules, stick to your plan.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about your current situation with trading. Like where do you feel like you're in a good space right now, like mentally for trading, or do you feel like you're in that flow state?
It's funny we were talking about discipline and shit because last week I was not fucking at all.
Right.
So I was trading really good, and then I went to Europe. After I got a couple payouts, I went to Europe, and when I got back, I was trading like shit. I was just like super eager to take trades and everything. Honestly, just trading like shit. And then last Tuesday, I blew a shit ton of money and a shit ton of accounts, and like accounts that were like not only ready for payout, but like 5-figure payout. Like I had my Funded Futures Pro account with a 12K balance that I blew through in like 5 minutes. And that was a really big wake up call for me. And that was like a oh shit moment. So I took the whole last week off of trading, and today's Sunday. So tomorrow's gonna be my first day back, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually really excited because I feel like from this point on, like I feel like that break is exactly what I needed to do to get over my hump and like, really start printing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned to me earlier, like, you've been doing this for 2 years, and um, your growth on social media has been amazing. You've grown it a lot in 2 years, and you told me that you didn't really have like a Discord or anything like that. Like you just straight up do trading content.
Yeah.
That's a little interesting because most traders, they have their Discord, their communities, and they make money teaching others.
Yep.
And you like to just post content for free, right? Like that's what you do.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about your I guess your how you do it like that and why you do it like that.
When I started trading, I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna post on social media because I think it would be cool to document my journey and stuff and like give people advice of shit that I'm learning. So I just started doing that, and I grew really quickly. And eventually I had people asking me like, oh, why don't you have a Discord? Why don't you have a Discord? So I started one. And this was around June of 2025.
Got
So around like 8 or 9 months ago. So I started one. It was called The Narrative. and you know, I had the premium, and I had it for a month or like a month and a half, and I started to feel pressure. I started to feel like I couldn't be as transparent because people were paying me, and if they saw me fuck up, then it's like, they'd be pissed. So I felt like it really impeded my content, made my content worse. And then I felt a lot of pressure just on the charts to trade well.
Yeah.
And that really negatively impacted my trading. And then I started to go through it with trading. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm closing this shit. So I completely closed it. And I had it open for around a month and a half.
Nice.
And then since then, I was just like, oh, my whole motto is just transparency and authenticity. So I just post everything. And I feel like the fact that I don't have a Discord or like sell a mentorship or anything, I feel like if I were to sell one, it would, at least right now, it would affect my ability to be transparent, and it would affect my trading.
Yeah.
I think that, sometime in the distant future, I probably will, sell a Discord.
Right.
But as for now, I'm not even thinking about that. The only thing on my mind is trading well. I want to be a trader first, content creator second. Um, everything on my mind is just trading well, and the content comes as a byproduct. So I don't really care if I hop on and I say, oh, I blew all my accounts today, because what the fuck does it matter? It's
Right.
just like my content. And I feel like taking that approach is the reason why I've grown pretty fast on social media. Um, so yeah.
So tell me a little bit about some keys to success on growing on social media for those people that are trying to grow their following and grow their platform. What are some nuggets that you could share?
I think a lot of people try to be somebody that they're not. And I think they do that because they're either insecure about who they are, or they want to be like quote unquote cool. And I think that stunts you more than it helps you, because there are enough like cool people, and like there are enough like successful people. Like you're never gonna have shit on like someone like Jeff Bezos. He has, however many $1 billion. Like you're never gonna have that, most likely, right? There's like such a small percentage chance that you ever reach that. So just knowing that there are always gonna be people with more followers, there are always gonna be people with way more money, and there are always gonna be people with way more status. So if you know that, why would you ever try to be cool? Like, what is the point of trying to be cool, right? The only difference from them is yourself,
Right.
and like being who you are. So I think that my biggest thing is I've never really thought about growing. I've only thought about posting, because I like posting and I like updating people on my journey. And if someone wants to follow me, they follow me. If they don't, then they don't. But like I've never like told people to follow me. I've never told people to like my video. I've never told people to DM me, to comment. I've never said anything. What happens is at first, people say like, oh, like, well, why the fuck are you even posting?
Right.
And then after a while, people start to fuck with you because you don't care,
Correct.
and I think that that's probably had the biggest effect on my growth, is just like not caring and just like doing my thing and posting my thing. And people fuck with me, they fuck with me. If not, then they don't, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been scammed in your trading journey before?
Like by like a Discord?
By a Discord or a quote unquote mentor? Have you ever been scammed by somebody in the trading space?
No, I've never bought a Discord
Nice.
before.
Yeah.
I luckily was in the position. So since I had my marketing agency, I had good connections already.
Yeah.
So my buddy Keyflow, he sort of introduced me to everyone in the trading space, and he was like teaching me how to trade from nothing. So I was fortunate enough to never have to buy a course or something. I think that the biggest thing with like the courses and stuff is there are a lot of good people. There are also a lot of bad people. And I think that, if you get scammed from like a mentorship or a Discord, it's completely your fault.
Right.
I think that you should be smart enough to understand like, okay, if this person really trades, this person really makes money, they're probably going to have a lot of payouts to post, right? They're probably going to sound like they know what they're talking about. They're probably not going to put in their bio, like, DM me for mentorship, right? Like, because if they're trading for real, they don't need to do that.
Right.
So I think that's just the biggest thing, is like, you need to do your own due diligence. And if you get scammed, it's your fault.
And what do you think about those people that are actively scamming like up and coming traders? Like, what are your thoughts on those types of
It's
traders? Those types of people.
it's pretty sad. I mean, I've come to understand that it all comes from insecurity, right? It all comes from them wanting to be cool, them wanting to LARP,
Mm-hmm.
them wanting to make a lot of money at a young age, and they kind of put God and morality to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a good person who believes in God and like,
Right.
you know, understands values, I think they know what's right and wrong.
Right.
And I think that the people that scam are some of some of the worst people
Right.
possible. But I also believe that there are some of them, who probably do it based off of necessity and not through choice.
Got you.
I feel like, some, because you see these creators, like, just like scrolling TikTok, you see these like people from like third world countries.
Yep.
Who like have 150 followers and have a Discord that's like
Right.
on
Flat out.
WAP, like you have to pay for it.
Right.
And like, you just know that they're definitely not profitable, and they're definitely just doing that because, even if they make like an extra $100, it helps them and their financial situation a ton.
Hmm.
So I think it's a really blurry line between like what's scammy and what's not. And I think that's why there aren't like any laws around it, because you can't really tell.
Right. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with God and how your faith has affected or played a role in your trading success.
So I'm actually Jewish.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've never really practiced, my religion. I've never really practiced any religion. I didn't believe that there was no God, but I didn't really believe that there was a God. I didn't really care.
Right.
Like, I was just like drinking and partying, and God was the last thing I thought about because I was just like going to school and shit. But as I've found more and more success, and as I've grown and as I've like developed, I definitely have grown this faith, that there is a God. And I've definitely had some experiences where it's like there's definitely something out there.
Right.
And so my faith isn't really like derived from the Bible, although I do think that it's important to read it, and I probably should read it. But it's just like knowing that God's plan is a thing, and understanding that God's plan is a thing.
Nice.
And when you have like God on your side and the universe on your side, it's pretty hard to lose because you always just get back up.
Well, I feel like as you get older, you start like going through life and you start kind of going through hardships, and that's when your faith definitely gets tested. You're just like, you ever been in a situation where you're just like, yo, God, like, where you at? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I feel like that's really it right there. Like, I
Yeah,
feel
like
like
if you're real, like, please help.
yeah, if you're real, like, where you at?
Bro, there's been like horrible trading losses where like your forehead down on your desk, and you're like, bro, what have I done?
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
there's just like this gut feeling to just keep pushing and keep trying. And that's like,
That
that's
feeling,
probably God, bro.
yeah.
Like, that's not you.
That feeling to not quit.
Yeah, because bro, in every single facet of life, like, you somehow have the ability to like know when it's right to keep pushing and when it's okay to just give up.
Yeah.
And like the important ones are, you always just keep pushing,
Right.
because that's God.
Yeah. And how does your family feel about you being a full-time futures trader?
At first they did not like it, but luckily, I honestly don't know how they would feel if I didn't have a social media following, because it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to assess someone's success when it's just like all on them. Like, when you're trading and you're making money, like, it goes to your bank account, it goes to you. Nobody really sees it. So like, if I'm trading, it would be kind of hard for my parents to gauge whether I'm successful or not. Like, even if I buy shit, it's still like, oh,
I'm not impressed.
yeah. But since I have a following on social media, and since I post every day, I think that is a really good example to them of like that I'm on the right path and that they're proud of me, because like, I get I get brand deals and like I get reached out to by companies and stuff. Like I actually have an interview with Bloomberg News tomorrow morning.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
huge.
So there's like a lot of shit that happens from social media. Thank the Lord that like is you know, in effect working.
There we go.
And I think that's good evidence to show
Nice.
my parents, but they definitely weren't happy with it at first. That's for sure. I mean, how'd your parents feel?
I mean, honestly, I can't even lie. My parents have been with me through the ringer, bro. They supported me with pretty much all of my ventures, bro.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of failed ventures. I can't even lie, dude. I've mentioned to you earlier, did the Amazon thing, took some L's there. And then even when I decided to start cutting hair, bro, they were all on board. They just wanted to see me succeed, you know?
Yeah.
I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so like school wasn't really like forced down my throat, you know? My family kind of let me do my thing. But for the most part, bro, I've had very supportive family, which I think is a huge part of my current success, you know?
Yeah.
Having that support system is
That's
crucial.
That's really important, bro. Since you guys are Cuban, I feel like that's like the standard in Hispanic households, bro. Like the parents are always just so supportive. Your mom definitely makes hella food for you, right?
For the most part, bro, not really, man.
Really?
I mean, growing up, yeah. Growing up, yeah. Now I'm like more health conscious and I'm not eating rice and beans every day.
Oh yeah,
You know what
not
I mean?
now because
But when I was growing up, bro, yeah. It was like I got fat because of her. Like, and now I'm paying the consequences of
bro,
growing up in a Cuban household.
it's kind of funny because I'm white as fuck.
Yeah.
Right, my family's like from Eastern Europe. Like I'm
Yeah.
fucking super white.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend is like super Hispanic,
Nice.
and all of my friends are super Hispanic. So like, it's funny because like the way that my parents raised me is like so different from the way that every single parent from everyone that I know has raised them. But all my friends are like Venezuelan
Nice.
and like Brazilian and shit, Argentinian. So it's all like the moms are like so intrusive with everything, bro. It's funny.
So tell me a little bit about that Bloomberg interview because I feel like I'm giving you a nice little warm up for that one. Tell me
Bro,
about that.
it's kind of stupid, not gonna lie. Like, so I just got the Robinhood Gold credit card
Nice.
and I made a video about it, and for some reason it got views. And so like a reporter reached out to me
Wow.
and they're like, "Hey, just saw your video, blah blah blah. We're interviewing. We want to interview you to see like what are the benefits of having this card and like how big banks are, infiltrating credit card space, blah blah blah." So it's like not really about trading at all.
Okay.
But I'm like, any publicity is good publicity, whatever.
I feel you.
I'll fucking do it.
100%.
So
So you're on Robinhood?
yeah, I just got like the gold credit card.
Nice.
It's not even gold, bro.
You use Robinhood for just a credit card, or do you actually put money into it?
So I was putting money into it, but it was all in Bitcoin, and I fucking don't want any crypto because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I don't have any money in Robinhood. Whenever I get paid, I put 30% in a high yield savings for taxes.
Nice.
And then I put the rest, and then I literally keeps 10% of my money like for spending.
Nice.
And I put the remaining, what's 30, what is that, 160% in my Charles Schwab, like long-term investing. So like every month I'll just put however much money, 4K into the S&P every month. So like it doesn't matter if the market's going up or down.
Yeah, those are just like reoccurring buys pretty much.
Yeah, so like if it's going down, I'm always buying the dip, and if it's going up, I'm always buying it at a lower price than it already is since it's going up. So
That's actually one of the questions I had for you. I was gonna ask, like, do you also like do like long-term stuff?
yeah. It's really important.
I feel like that's like the backbone of every like of your finances, you know what I mean? And I feel like one of the things I've noticed in today's like trading culture is like everybody is like just getting the highs on your payouts, and it's like, what are you doing with your money, bro? Like, are you investing? So
Exactly.
I'm very it's refreshing to see, a trader who is in the space actually like locked in and investing like in the long term too.
Bro, so I don't know if you've ever done the compound interest calculator.
I have, of course. I've
Yeah.
dabbled with that.
Yeah, so like if you put 2K a month into
Yeah.
just something that
Yeah.
compounds at 10% a year, and your initial balance is like, let's just say 10K. By the time you're 50, That's like $73 million.
Yeah. Honestly, that's one of my biggest bread and butters is my long-term stuff, bro. I'm very, very big on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously that compound effects that it really adds up. You know what I mean?
It's like stupid. And like a lot of traders, they don't even like,
Think about that.
yeah, they're just so concerned about getting the next car. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, like I will probably never buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Even
I
if
would
you could
probably
have,
never, even if I could afford it, I would probably never buy one
wow. You know, it's
because
funny because I feel you and I agree with what you just said. Yeah.
I don't really care. The only thing I care about is just being able to support like everyone around me and like
Right.
having a family that doesn't have to worry about anything. And so one of my goals actually, it's funny, I could show you after the pod, but so I have my 2026 goals. I keep them on a paper and I keep them folded up in my wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my goals for this year is to buy 2 investment properties.
Wow.
And yeah, so like I'm not even thinking about buying like a car
Yeah.
or anything. I already have a car.
Right.
I chose the car that I was gonna buy and I already bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much just focused on investing your needs.
Yeah, I don't care about
Material.
not at all.
Dude, I feel you.
I'm probably not gonna buy a Rolex ever. I'm gonna if I buy a watch, I'm gonna go straight to AP.
Yeah.
But I'm I just don't care. I don't care about like the
You find yourself like detached from material objects.
yeah. I don't care about like the Van Cleef. About
The drip.
I have a fucking Chrome Arts chain on right now, and it was like $3,000.
And you regret buying it.
And it's like, why the fuck do I even have that?
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid.
I feel you. Man, I definitely this is something that we're definitely gonna clip and put on the gram. That way we could like show people that hey, like don't be buying all the cars, the clothes, the watches, and your money's depreciating. If your money is not fighting for you in the stock market, you're low-key getting roped.
Bro, so there's so my friend Keyflow, he's been in the space for like 8 years. And he and Shinobi, I don't know if you know who he is.
I know Shinobi.
So they're like best friends and those are like my boys. And they've been in the space for like 8 years, like super long time.
Right.
And so they've seen people come and go.
Right.
And there's this guy who was running a trading Discord and he was making like unfathomable like $800,000 a month.
Off
Like
of Discord?
stupid money, yeah, off of Discord.
That's crazy.
And he was living in like the highest penthouse in Miami and like living a lifestyle. And he has a job now.
What?
And he's broke.
How?
He spent all of his money.
Damn. There's a
So,
lot
so
of
it's like
buzz
these people who are like,
Yeah.
you know, selling a Discord and like living off of their Discord income
Yeah.
and spending all their money on cars and apartments and shit. They're basically break even because they're spending all their money.
Wow.
And it's so like it's kind of sad to see. Like you just see all these people that are just like not where they should be. Like, okay, TJR, he spends all his money. He has so much fucking money that it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like he could do that. And you see all these newer traders that are like first starting to make their money and they're trying to live like TJR and like fucking all these crazy people
Right.
that make so much fucking money.
Yeah. You ain't TJR, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Like you're not him and you don't even have even close to the amount of money that he has.
Right.
But like you're trying to live like him.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's so short-sighted and it just doesn't it never ends well. Like it won't end well.
And let me ask you something, bro. When did you start investing and what led you to even think like long term like this? Because you're very young. You told me you were 24 years old, right? Most 24-year-olds are literally living in the moment. Like you said, buying the car, buying the cars, buying the watches, just living that lifestyle. Like where did you get this mindset of long-term investing? Tell me a little bit about that.
I've always had like a long-term approach when I was even like 18 trading options, I was still like putting money away.
Wow.
Obviously I lost it all, but
Yeah.
I still had a long-term approach because like I don't know if I was just blessed. I've just never been an idiot.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's so many idiots. It's like people that care about what other people think so much. It's like, bro, when I was fucking 19 years old, I was making TikToks about Amazon FBA. You think I give a fuck about what I have?
Right.
Like it doesn't matter. You're like, I was making TikToks at 18, 17, like with a bunch of accounts that just like failed. Bro, I was making YouTube videos at 14.
Right.
Like, and then I would just like delete the channel and make a new channel and delete the channel and make a new channel and delete it. Like, I never really cared about like what anyone had to say. And I feel like all these people that are spending all this money and not thinking long term, I think they all just care about what other people have to say so much and they want to be cool so bad. Since they want to be cool, they'll do whatever to be cool. And like, if you take all their money away, they're fucking losers, bro. Like, that's just plain and simple. Like, if you take all my money away, like, I'm still a nice guy that's like, you know, chill. If you take their money away, they're fucking losers. Like, that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely agree. And I think that a lot of people just want to appear rich,
Yeah.
but they're actually not rich. You know what I mean? Like, what is your net worth? You know what I mean? Like, that's like a question you could ask somebody that has all the drip and leases the whips and all that. But it's just like, dude, like, what is your net worth, bro? Like,
Where's your money?
Yeah, where's your money? What is your money doing for you? You know what I mean?
It's like they'll have, you know, a 0 down lease for however many months. They'll be paying $8,000 a month for their car. They'll spend all their money on a Rolex and on a Miami apartment in Brickell. And then, you know, they'll have $5,000 in their checking account.
Yeah.
And no investments.
Right.
And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
what do you...
And they're going out to the hottest restaurants, spending thousands on a steak.
Bro, it's genuinely like happiness suicide, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there is a breaking point.
Yeah.
Because there always is.
Right.
And then they're going to be sitting there with their car and with everything. I mean, and it's sad, bro.
Right. We understand that like material objects don't bring you any type of joy. You know what I mean? Like in the long term, you know, they're very short-lived.
Bro, like it's cool for a week.
Yeah, it's cool for a week. It's like, oh, you just got a Lamborghini. I had Dodgy on here, and he literally was like, I got a Lamborghini, but I felt like the king of the world for like a week.
Yeah, and his Lamborghini's fucking sick.
Yeah. And he's just in it like if it's a Camry now. You know what I mean? It's like not a big deal. So that just goes to show that material objects really don't really bring happiness. You know what I mean? And that leads me to a question for you right now, actually. What brings you happiness?
Probably experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, probably experiences. Bro, there's nothing I like better than like a happy hour, like a good happy hour at like sunset with like all, like your girl and all your boys and all your girls' friends. And like just being tipsy and just like fucking laughing.
Feeling good.
And, like just feeling, like honestly, bro.
I feel you, bro.
That's like actually real.
I feel you.
Like, yeah. I think what brings me the most happiness is just like,
yeah,
experiencing
I
shit.
feel you, bro.
Like going to Europe with my girl, like that was fucking amazing. Like going to all those new places and like seeing shit that we'd never seen before, and like being able to buy her what she wants and like take her out and do whatever. That shit is like, I don't give a fuck about a Lamborghini sitting in a garage, bro.
100%.
Like,
That's amazing.
you know?
Yeah. All right. So
But I feel like a lot of people don't give a fuck about that and they just act like they do.
So I'm gonna actually, we're kind of running out of time, and I'm gonna have you wrap it up with a message to the people that support you, follow you, and look up to you. Even like, what is one? Give them like a final message, like just to close it out, like however you want to express yourself to your audience, pretty much. And so obviously my audience too. Like, what is one final nugget that you leave with the people?
Bro, everyone is on their own journey, and you can't rush the process. And if you try to rush the process, you will literally you'll just go through it 10 times worse. So you just have to understand that everything you want will come with time, but you have to let it come with time.
Right.
You can't force it. You just have to trust that you're doing all the right things and that God is on your side, and it will come in due time. You just can't quit. That's it. You just got to stay in the game.
That's a beautiful message, brother. Guys, there you have it. Another one in the books. And I want to shout out Charlie for coming through and sharing all that information, all that knowledge and experience with you guys, so you guys can learn from his mistakes. You know what I mean? That's the point. Learn from others' mistakes and become wiser
And obviously you guys already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share with friends, tag traders down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.